Evening, everyone. My name is Christian Miller. I'm a lieutenant here at the City of Huntersville Fire Department. And today we're going to talk about a current event that is not really an event to all, but an event to us that are in the fire service, and that is PTSD. PTSD is basically what an individual is going through in hidden settings. Um, and within the fire service, we're very, very unique. We have odd schedules. We work 24 hours. We're away from our families a third of our life. And we see things that not your ordinary individuals see. Um, you know, when 911 is dialed, that is an individual's worst time of their life. And experiencing that day in and day out um, puts a burden and a toll on your body. And with us being within the fire service, we are 911. We tend to believe, we're Iron Men, Iron Women, and there's nobody else for us to call. So we just basically ball that stuff up and into our hearts and our minds. It keeps us up at night. You're constantly thinking about those worser calls than your ordinary call that we run. Um, and our call volumes are rising, so we're starting to experience it even more now than we were, say, 10, 20 years ago. With that being said, we have firefighters that are, starting to commit suicide, that are um, seeing the light at the end of a bottle, um, popping pills, all kinds of stuff that is causing this PTSD. Here in Henderson County in North Carolina, we've experienced 3 suicides within the past year, 2 being EMS, 1 being fire. So this is a current event that we're facing that a lot of the public eye doesn't see. Um, we we have a lot of third-party agencies that we cope with to try to help us with that. But it basically just boils down to the fact that us as the leaders of the fire service aren't taking the initiative to, talk to our peers, see what's going on. If you do have a bad call, don't necessarily talk about it right after the call. But check on that individual the next morning, or the next day. Give them a courtesy call, a courtesy text. Say, hey, you want to go grab lunch? You want to go grab supper? And and then kind of escalate the conversations that you're having into that event to let that individual vent. When you get it out, and you kind of relay your feelings to somebody else, you kind of don't have it balled up like I was saying earlier, in your heart and in your mind. So that's a current event that we're facing. It's still somewhat of a new trend within the fire service. We're developing all kind of different guidelines and SOGs for us to follow, to try to help ones that are experiencing PTSD. So just take a light on it. It's something that your normal eye doesn't see, but it is a major problem currently within the fire service and the emergency services field. Um, Thank you. Yeah, have a good evening.